Welcome to Batavia Spotlight. This is the BATV monthly program highlighting the best in Batavia and the surrounding communities. I'm Ellen Huxtable, your host for this program. And for our very, very, very first guest, we very much welcome Jim Dellenberg, who is the Director of Operations at BATV, Batavia Public Access Television. Jim, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for being our host, Ellen. It's a pleasure having you.
And you had to come so far to be a part of this program.
Yeah, it was a very long walk.
A very, very long walk. Well, can you tell us a little bit about BATV that we don't know about?
I think most people, well, I'm hoping most people know what BATV is. We've actually been around for 30 to 35 years in Batavia. We currently have, there's 3 of us as employees, and we're run by a board of directors. We do some of our own original programming, but our whole purpose is to have the citizens produce their own shows and give them to us, and then we put them on air. We're here to train them and teach them how to run all the equipment, but we leave that up to the citizens.
Excellent. And how is BATV funded?
Our funding, a lot of people seem to think that we get money from the taxpayers of Batavia, but we actually do not. All of our funding comes from the franchise fees through AT&T and Comcast. So our funding is very limited.
So is this charitable donations from Comcast and the other organizations, or promotional, or they're getting their word out?
The funding is actually through a percentage of the franchise agreement goes to the city. Okay. And then the city keeps part of it and they give us a percentage of it. And that's how we are funded.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about the kinds of programming that you offer?
Basically, Batavia Public Access Television is what's called a PEG station, or Public Education and Government, which is 3 separate channels. We've actually donated our educational channel to Waubonsie to use currently. So we have our government channel, which on Comcast is channel 10, and on AT&T is channel 99, and then you have to skip down through to find Batavia. But channel 10 is our government channel, and that is all of the municipalities in Batavia, which would be the city council, the library, park district, and the township. We also do Kane County Board and the Forest Preserve. And then channel 17 on Comcast and channel 99 on AT&T is our public side, which is shows that are produced by citizens and by us. This is a new show that we're taking on. We also have one called After the Bell, which is functions and events that happen after the bell at the schools. We have a number of different shows that we're working on now.
So on the governmental side, if somebody wanted to see what the proceeds were from one of the programs, one of the meetings from a governmental agency that you cover, that would be available on your station for them?
Yes. What exactly are you...
If somebody wanted to see what happened at a library board meeting,
right,
they could see the library board meeting on BATV.
Yes, and it's also, you can get us on www.mybatv.com, and you can go and search through and find any of the old meetings that are out there and watch those.
Now, on the side of BATV that covers the programming from the community, what kinds of programming is offered on that part of BATV?
Well, like I said, it's this show, which is our initial one. After the Bell, we have a number of other ones. We have Waterline Writers produces their own show for submission. We have Live from Kiss the Sky, which is a monthly event. We're trying to get more and more people to submit programming to us, if at all possible.
For this program, how can somebody be a guest here on the Batavia Spotlight?
Well, basically, this show is designed into 3 different segments. One is on a local business, and the other 2 segments are organizations, community events, churches, anybody who wants to come on and try to let the community know a little more of what they do. That's what our whole purpose of this show is.
And so are the programs such as this one also available on your archives?
They will be, yes. Mm-hmm.
Of all of the things BATV does, what are your favorites?
That's a rough one. I mean, television and video is my passion, and I do a lot of it on the side. So I've actually been here for about a year now, and I was on the board of directors for 5 years before that. And it's just, I got involved to start with just because they had lots of toys to play with. And so I got more and more involved with them, and finally took on the position here as the director. And I'm just having a real good time, a lot of fun with it.
So if people wanted to be involved with BATV, what do they need to do?
They need to call me, 630-937-5413. We are always looking for volunteers and interns to come and help either write, film it, edit it. We just have all the cool toys you can come play with.
And what kind of experience is needed?
Absolutely none. We will teach you whatever is required to be able to do the job.
Excellent. Well, Jim, thank you so much for being our very first guest on a very, very new program. And we appreciate the opportunity to learn more about all the businesses and all of the organizations in Batavia and the surrounding areas.
Very good.
Thank you very much for watching this segment, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tom Wangler, president of Confident Air. Regular maintenance can prolong the life of your furnace and keep your energy costs to a minimum. Plus, there's less of a chance of a breakdown on a cold winter night. Your furnace needs proper care and attention to keep it running smoothly, so you don't end up paying too much for heating during the cold winter months, or worse yet, with deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. We recommend an annual inspection to ensure safe operation. Confident Air, your trusted home comfort professionals since 1992.
The Drendel and Jansen's Law Group has practiced law in Aurora since 1961 and in Batavia since 1994.
We focus our energy on representing people and businesses and families in the local community.
We represent clients in Kane and surrounding counties in matters ranging from divorce to wills, business law to zoning.
We focus our efforts on planning and working towards positive resolutions for businesses and families.
When clients need someone to fight for their interests, we're ready, willing, and able to act as aggressive advocates to protect their interests.
Drendel and Jansen's Law Group with offices in Batavia and Aurora and located on the web at batavialaw.com.
The Kane County Chronicle is your best source for news and information in print and online in the Tri-Cities and Kaneland.
This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
Well, welcome back to this episode of Batavia Spotlight. And I'm very, very happy to be the hostess today to Eric Dahm of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Southern Kane and Kendall counties.
Thanks for having me on the show today, Ellen.
Thank you for being here, Eric. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Okay, well, Big Brothers Big Sisters is a national organization. We've been around since 1904, but locally we've been in Aurora serving Southern Kane and Kendall counties since 1980. So we are a part of a bigger nonprofit in the area called Family Counseling Service, and Family Counseling Service is actually celebrating its 90th anniversary this year. So we're pretty excited about that, but our program is a pretty simple idea. It's about mentoring. It's about building a friendship between an adult volunteer who wants to give back and give some of their time with a child in the program who could really benefit from having someone who can give them some positive, individual, fun attention.
And tell us about the children that are in the program.
Okay, well, most are from single-parent families, although not all. Usually the kids come to the program, the parent might hear about it from their school, from their church, from a social worker, someone who's trying to help them find some extra resources. But the kids in the program are usually age 6 through 12, and they're kids who want to be there. All the kids in the program want to have that kind of positive relationship. So none of our volunteers are forced into doing this. They're all volunteering. None of the kids are really dragging their feet. They are interested in having that kind of fun, positive relationship with the big brothers and big sisters that we have in the program.
And tell us a little bit about what does it take to be a big brother or a big sister? What are you looking for in somebody?
It's pretty simple. Our volunteers end up spending a couple hours a month with their littles. They usually get together with their little about every other week. So when they spend time together, they could be going to a park, going to the library, focusing on school, maybe focusing on just playing some games and learning some social skills, some real basic stuff. But again, we want the relationship to be about fun. So we try and match people based on their interests. So if some big comes to me and says, I really love sports, I would love to go play catch at the park, then we want to try and find a little who's going to be interested in the same thing so that they have a solid foundation for their relationship. So we match people very carefully based on the preferences that the volunteer might have for their interests or their hobbies, and what a parent or child is interested in as well.
And what is the commitment that a big brother or big sister would need to make?
We ask for at least a year-long commitment with our volunteers. We believe that it takes some time to really establish a quality relationship. And so even though it's only a few hours each month, it does need to be consistent. Otherwise, you're not going to be really establishing a true lasting friendship, which is what our program is all about. So the commitment is really just to be there for that child for at least a year, though we hope a lot of our matches last longer. One of our oldest matches has been matched for 8 years, actually. The little sister started when she was in 4th grade. This year she's graduating high school with her big sister. So their match will be complete now that she's 18 and she's graduating, but they've had a lot of great years together and really established a lifelong friendship, which is ultimately our goal for any match that comes in.
You had mentioned that there's a waiting list for your services?
There is. We unfortunately have a waiting list right now with about 20 little brothers and little sisters on it. We have definitely a bigger need for male volunteers, as I mentioned, and right now most of that waiting list is little brothers. So we're really hoping this year that we can make a big push, recruit all the volunteers we need to completely eliminate that waiting list, so that next time a child comes into the program and says, I could benefit from having a positive role model, we can say, all right, we have people ready to go who we think are going to be a good match with you, let's get you started, as opposed to saying, thanks for coming in, let's do our interview and get to know you, and then see how things go. We'd really like to be able to make that a faster process so that we can help more kids in the program and do it more efficiently.
How long does somebody usually stay on your waiting list?
Right now we have matches or littles who have been there waiting for a big brother for over a year. And so it's been a big challenge for us, and we've shrunk our waiting list. Last year, at the beginning of last year, we were at about 30 littles, and now we're down to about 15 or 20. So we are making some progress with that, and again, we hope that we have a really strong year and that we're able to take that completely away.
Tell me, how did you get started with the organization?
I got started 5 years ago. I was originally in AmeriCorps Vista, and AmeriCorps is a domestic service program. So there are volunteers who are working full-time. They are paid a very, very little bit, and at the end of the year there's an education award, meaning that they're given the equivalent of a Pell Grant to use towards existing or future loans they have. So I started as an AmeriCorps volunteer and worked with Big Brothers Big Sisters in that capacity for a year. When I finished my year of service, I was lucky enough to be hired on, and I was running the school-based program for a long time with the high school volunteers at the elementary schools. And now I actually run the entire Big Brothers Big Sisters program at the agency.
How is it funded? How is Big Brothers and Big Sisters funded?
We're almost exclusively funded from support from communities and individuals, businesses who are committing to help us out. There's no fee for any of the kids in the program. There's only a very small fee for a volunteer to help us cover the cost of their background checks when they first get started. So there's no cost to any of the people who are participating, unless of course they want to go out for ice cream or go see a movie. So one of our biggest fundraisers throughout the year is called Bowl for Kids' Sake. We do that annually. We try and get a lot of people to come out who are supporting the program, raising money and raising awareness, and then to celebrate we have a big bowling party. I actually brought one of the shirts from this year's event. It was a superhero theme because all the Big Brothers and Big Sisters in our program are superheroes.
Excellent.
So here you can see our pretty awesome t-shirt with a logo that may or may not resemble Superman. But it was a lot of fun. It was a great event. We actually raised a lot of money this year, and that's where the majority of our budget comes from. So you know what? You can keep this shirt.
Why, thank you.
You just hang on to that now.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's going to look great on you.
I like it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My goodness.
You're welcome.
So how can somebody learn more and find out if this is something that they want to get involved with?
There's more information on our website. That's probably one of the easiest ways to get involved. They can always give us a call as well. But if you just look up our information, you're going to find out a lot more about the ways you can get involved and the first steps you can take if you're interested in enrolling a child or if you're interested in becoming a volunteer.
And what is your website?
Our website is on my little sheet here. It is www.aurorafcs.org. That's again kind of the entire agency, but there'll be a link there to more specific information about Big Brothers Big Sisters, but also to the other programs that the agency offers, like counseling, working with individuals and families and children. And so if people are interested in more behavioral health, they can stop by and learn more about things there. But you'll find information at that website, again, www.aurorafcs.org.
Any final words from you before we say goodbye?
No, I'm really excited to kind of be getting involved in Batavia. It's part of our service area. We really want to make sure that we're covering all of the neighborhoods that we encompass, all the communities, to get involved and really pull together to make sure that we have a mentor for every kid who needs one.
So you're open to any child that needs a mentor. You're open to adults who want to mentor and serve children.
Yep. Anyone who's interested in more info, please give us a call or check us out on the website, and we can figure it out from there.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. It was great to be here.
Thank you so much. And very many thanks to Eric for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. We're looking forward to hearing more from them.
Downtown Batavia, always moving by nature. Recreation, nature, the arts, specialty shops, restaurants and services. Downtown is everyone's neighborhood. Come, celebrate, meet friends, unwind.
See you downtown.
Hi, I'm Tom Wangler, President of Confident Air. Regular maintenance can prolong the life of your furnace and keep your energy costs to a minimum. Plus, there's less of a chance of a breakdown on a cold winter night. Your furnace needs proper care and attention to keep it running smoothly, so you don't end up paying too much for heating during the cold winter months, or worse yet, with deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. We recommend an annual inspection to ensure safe operation. Confident Air, your trusted home comfort professionals since 1992.
The Kane County Chronicle is your best source for news and information in print and online in the Tri-Cities and Kaneland.
This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country. This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
This is Chronicle Country.
Well, welcome back to Batavia Spotlight. Our next guest is Joy Cortero from Batavia Main Street. And Joy's going to tell us all about this great organization and what it has to offer to all of us here in Batavia and beyond. Joy.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes, my name is Joy, and I am the director for Batavia Main Street. And what we are is actually a not-for-profit organization that in general helps with the revitalization of downtown Batavia. So that's kind of our overall mission. But if I could, I just want to start sort of from the top, because not a lot of people really know exactly what Main Street does for the community. We are actually a national program. The Main Street program is actually a national program. Not a lot of people know that. All across the United States, there are many organizations like ours that help with historic preservation and revitalization of downtown entities and groups. So what we do here for Batavia is everything from special events and promotions all the way to economic development and working with our businesses to help them grow and to help sustain them here in downtown, and then also recruit new businesses into town. So just kind of a little overview of what Main Street does in the community.
And how do people get involved with Main Street? What are the opportunities for people?
Well, generally the public finds Main Street through some of our special events. We are actually in charge of, let's say, our farmers market during the summer. We actually also have a block party, Taste of Batavia, a Halloween fest for the kids. So sometimes people happen upon those events and then want to know who puts them on and how to get involved. We are in the community in a lot of different ways working with our businesses. So in other ways, there are people that are just also interested in, what can I do to help bring business to Batavia or help promote Batavia at large. So those are other ways that people find us.
For your events, how can people be on the mailing list? What are the ways they can find out about when the events are, what they are? I know a lot of them are free to the public and are just a wonderful way to meet your neighbors. So how do people get connected with you?
Generally, people do sign up through our website for our mailing list. We actually also have a pretty good Facebook following. Some of our other events that are larger events like Art in Your Eye also have their individual pages for Facebook or for Instagram, so people kind of find us that way as well. But we have a newsletter that does go, an electronic newsletter that goes out once or twice a month, and then we also engage our community through Facebook invitations and different ways like that. So I think those are the major ways that people really find out about the special events that go on, is through our mailing list and through our Facebook page.
Now, your office is in downtown Batavia, correct?
Yes, it is.
And can people stop by there sometime? Is it open for people to stop by and get more information from you there?
Yes, we are generally hold regular office hours Monday through Friday. Our office is right downtown in one of the historic buildings, right on the river. We're the southwest corner of the Wilson Street Bridge. There's a sign actually on the side of the building that says downtown information, and you can actually just follow the steps down, and my door faces the river, so I have a nice view.
So you're right on the river. You're not on the bridge,
No.
You're right on the river.
I really am, yes.
Go down the stairs with confidence, right? Because
Yes.
you'll be there when they get there.
Well, yeah, we'll be there. The awning is right there. You'll run right into my door.
How did you get started with Batavia Main Street?
I actually happened upon it because I got to know Batavia through helping to found Water Street Studios. So that was actually the way that I learned about the community. That's how I kind of learned some of the players, how to work with the city and a developer, property developer. Also where I got a lot of my nonprofit experience was actually through Water Street. So when the position opened up, I thought, you know, I love this community. Everyone is very hands-on, and that's a big part of Batavia Main Street. Apart from myself and there's a part-time assistant, Sue, in the office. We are the only paid staff. Everything else from our board members and then all of our volunteers that help out with the numerous events and activities, it's all volunteer, which is really an amazing part about Batavia. And that was really what struck me as something that I wanted to get involved in and why I wanted to be with Batavia Main Street.
And what kind of skills are you looking for in your volunteers? What are you looking for?
I think it's just a passion for the community. That's a big part about it. Really, it's a lot of people that enjoy maybe the things that we do or want to enhance them. So I think it's really about what is it that you like about Batavia or want to help Batavia with, and we're able to foster those things. So we're not really tied down to every single thing that Batavia Main Street does, but the overall goal is revitalization of the downtown. So if you have an idea, I rarely say no. Mostly I try to figure out how to get it done. And that's really what drives, I think, our programming, is because we have such passionate volunteers that are involved.
Anything special you want to mention to the audience?
Anything special? Well, I mean, we just really look forward to providing a lot of events in 2015. Summer really does kick off with the Summer Farmers Market. If you haven't been, River Street, it comes alive every Saturday. We're really excited about that. It's actually the 20th anniversary for the Farmers Market. So
happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. But that's one big thing. But yeah, we really are just looking forward to a lot of great events this year.
And how do people contact you?
Well, you can go onto our website. It's www.downtownbatavia.com, or you can reach us. It's 630-761-3528.
Excellent. Joy, thank you so much for being here. Yes. We're looking forward to seeing what Batavia Main Street has to offer, and we're looking forward to some fantastic offerings on all the seasons from Batavia Main Street.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And thank you for watching this episode of Batavia Spotlight, and we look forward to seeing you again next month. Please tune in. Thank you.